Yaya, and welcome to the first show of Yapping with Yaya. Hashtag Yapping with Yaya, that is. I am just so excited that you are here with me to share in this moment. I cannot believe that this is actually happening. If someone would have told me 6 months ago that I would be sitting here doing a talk show, I would have been like, what you talking about, Willis? But nonetheless, I'm here and I'm so excited. And today I have a wonderful show lined up for you. I have my beautiful and wonderful guests, Raina and Tanika. They are my, oh my gosh, they're my everything, my sisters, my confidant, just everything. They just have really been there for me and supportive of me, which really, brought me to this moment with doing this show. And so I'm just going to talk with them a little bit, let them introduce themselves, and then we'll go into the friendship and friends and things like that and see what they have to say. Raina?
Hi world, it's me Raina on Yakking with Yaya. I'm happy to be here. This is something that Yaya has been striving for a while, and I'm glad we're finally at that moment, and I'm glad that I can be able to share in her with this and be her Gail.
Hi, I'm Tanika, and I'm so excited to be here with you today on Yapping with Yaya. It's so nice, to finally see your dream be made reality. And so thank you for having us.
Oh, for sure. So what I want to do today is really talk about friends. And before we get into the conversation, what Merriam-Webster, that's right, right? She. Merriam-Webster, the definition that she gives, how do we know it's a she?
That's what I was going to say, she or he. The definition Merriam.
Okay. Anyway, the definition of friends is a person that you enjoy being with or one that is supportive. And so that is really why I wanted the first show to be about friends, because without their support, like I said in the beginning, I would not be here and I would have not gained such a wonderful audience, all of my Yapanians. Yay! So anyway, so we've been friends for a long while. So if we could just talk about, what has made our friendship what it is and how we have maintained a healthy friendship, because I think that's important. Raina?
Okay, so we've been friends for 15 plus years. We met in college, and didn't start off as friends. It was more of associates. But as we became roommates, we learned a lot more about each other, and our friendship has grown. We've been through hills, valleys, mountaintops, everything, and we've stuck together. We've had our ups and downs, but I think that's what friendship is about. You kind of go through the ups and downs with each other, and you learn about each other, and you either choose to fight or flight. I mean, and we've been fighting since day one. So I mean, we're here.
Yes.
That's awesome.
You were so wisdom.
I know. So I've been friends with Yashenia a little over 25 years. We met each other in Laurinburg in middle school and have been able to maintain that relationship. It's a very valuable relationship in my life. We've been able to maintain that relationship through you traveling back and forth and different stages in your life. So that's what I have for that.
Yeah, good. Well, I don't have any cue cards, so I'm using my cell phone, which I think is the new age of cue cards. So I'm going to start this trend. And, just to make sure that we are on track. So we talked about, the definition of friendships, how we met, and kind of like what's a healthy friendship. What about toxic friendships?
Oh, it's terrible.
That's kind of like hard for people to just let go of those people that just suck the life out of you, like leeches that just stay with you. And it's so hard to let go. And I think that it's important for us to talk about toxic friendships and to know what they are in order to just be able to move on in a way that, you can carry on with your dreams, have a supportive network, and just really know who's there for you, who's down for you, the homies. Go ahead.
So I can speak to that first. I think that is very important, and when you consider someone a friend, that they have a true understanding of where you want to go in life, and through your friendship, you support that. Your friends, they'll tell you the hard truths, and they will be there with you to heal throughout that. Because sometimes when people tell you the truth, it hurts. But your friends are gonna see you through that. They're gonna heal you through that and help you get to where you need to get to in life.
And sometimes with the hard truth, I think we had this conversation at the table, as Raina would say, about when it's time to actually say something, or when it's time to just be silent and say something in that way, so that your friend can actually, I guess, face their hard truth and make whatever decision that they need to make. So, Raina, what do you think about that?
I just think friendships should be easy. They shouldn't be hard. If they become hard, I guess that could be considered being toxic. So I think friends shouldn't feel like you're working at being friends. It should just come natural. If it becomes a problem where, this is too hard, or I don't like what you're saying, or you're never there for me, or why do you always have to be this way toward me? I think that's when it starts becoming toxic. When you question everything that happens between friendships, I think that's when it becomes toxic, and you need to either decide to walk away or stay.
And that also is similar to someone who's in an intimate relationship, like your boyfriend, your girlfriend, if you are married, things like that. A friendship is a relationship, and sometimes I think people kind of lose sight of that. And the things that you have to do to maintain a relationship is work to also maintain a friendship.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I like that. So the image that I'm seeing is two people swimming together, but then a toxic relationship would be like you going through the mud. It's like drudgery, and I'm like, somebody is going to have to say.
Right.
Yeah.
I also think friendships, you need to know when to walk away. And I don't think necessarily walking away is a bad thing, because sometimes, again, different stages of your life you go through friendships, and I think sometimes you may have to walk away for a time, but you come back because you do grow. You become interested in different things, or you become involved in different things, and sometimes whatever stage of life you're in, that friendship might not work for you at that moment, but it doesn't mean that you can't come back together. And I think that's also another part of friendship.
Yeah, and that also makes me think about friends for a season.
Yes.
We try to hold on to people. We try to keep them in our lives forever, when really they're just there for a season to serve whatever purpose they need to serve, and then move on. And sometimes we get lost and try to make seasonal relationships permanent relationships. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say to that, you have to know what you need, and be sensitive enough to love yourself enough to know when to let somebody go.
And y'all know I love myself enough. Okay, sorry. I didn't interject. What, Raina?
Oh, nothing. Love yourself. You said it. Enough said.
Anyway, in all seriousness, what do you think about?
I do think you do. I've always been a person where I don't necessarily have a big group of friends. I've always just kind of been in small friendships. Even if I started out with groups of friends, it kind of always dwindled down to 2, 3, 4 at the max. And I do think people do come in and out of your life at certain times. And I know even with our friendship, there are times we may not have been close as we used to be, but I think we always find ourselves back to each other. And I think it's just part of friendship. You just kind of get back in. You say, "Girl, I was having a moment." I was having moments. I said, it just wasn't our time. I was like, we're still friends, but I think true friendship, you pick back up. You go through those hard times and you just pick back up. And I think that's true friendship. But seasonal friends, I think people do come in and out. I mean, it's just, again, it's just they're there for that time, and you've got what you need out of the relationship, and sometimes you do have to just walk away.
So now we are going to get the perspective of some people that I interviewed, because it's always good to get various perspectives on different topics. And so we'll be right back after this. Hey, this is Yapping with Yaya, and we are here to carry out the theme of friendships. And right now I'm having a round table discussion with my fellow friends. And so right now I'm going to get their perspective on friends and friendships and what they think about all of this. Hi, Dee Dee.
Hi.
So what do you think about friends? What do you think a friend is?
Caston Kristen.
Cashin and Christian?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What do you think a friend is, Christopher?
Aiden.
Aiden? Okay, so you guys are saying names who your friends are, but what do you think a friend is? Faith, what do you think a friend is?
It's the last person
And
people, and they share with other people and be kind.
okay, share with other people and be kind. All right. And so what do you think a friend is? I can see where you might think that. Okay. And what do you think a friend is?
I like to play with my friends.
Okay. So you think you should keep friends' secrets? Should you tell friends' secrets?
No.
No. Why?
Because it's in a secret place.
Because what?
It's in a secret place.
A secret place. Okay. And so do you think your friends are people that should hurt you?
No.
What should they do?
They should not hurt you and be kind.
Be kind. Do you guys think you're good friends?
Yes.
Yes. And so what do you think about friends who argue? How do you think they should solve their issues?
Advisors?
By presents.
By
Oh.
Santa Claus.
By Santa Claus. Okay. Do any of you argue with your friends?
No.
No. Good. That means you guys are really, really good friends. Well, okay, first, you folks, you heard it first. And we'll talk to you later. Now that you have heard a more professional opinion, right now we're going to get into more of the meat of friends and friendships. And I think, just really honoring confidentiality in friendships. You know how, and I'm sure you all have experienced this. You say, I got to tell you something, but girl, don't you tell nobody. And then you thinking to yourself, girl, I ain't going to tell nobody. But then you have this best friend over here. It's like, well, if I tell her, I'm really not telling nobody because she ain't gonna tell nobody. And then whatever her other friend is, and so before you know it, your secret is no longer a secret. Your secret, your confidentiality has been truly broken. So really, what is it that well, I actually, pose this question to you guys. How do you feel about that? Telling secrets, confidentiality, things like that.
Well, I think that does become tough because I do know sometimes when you're in a group of friends, like you have mutual friends, and I think that's where it becomes difficult. You're like, well, darn, she told me not to tell anybody. But if I tell Tanika, we're all friends, so it shouldn't matter. But at the same time, no, she told me that in confidence, so am I at liberty to tell? So I think that becomes that thin line, that fine line. If I tell another close friend, is that really telling her secret? So I think that's just, because you're thinking, well, Shinya probably already told her anyway, so I'm going to talk, I'm going to go ahead and just mention it. So I think that becomes the fine line. It's like, so.
And then there's that awkward moment, because I've even experienced this, like, you think you should have been told something, but then the other person who you think is a lesser friend as far as on the hierarchy of friends know before you, then you got a problem. So I'm like, okay, I feel a little, some sort of way about
You've
that.
had jealous moments in friendships?
Of course.
Not with me, I hope not.
No.
Okay, cool.
No. Anyway, Tanika, what you got to say about that?
So I think confidentiality is very important. If I'm going to share something that is deep to my heart with you, I'm trusting you to hold that information and not share it. So I think there are levels.
Did y'all see the way she looked at me?
And I am very serious. Yeah. So I think that it's important for you to identify the confidence in your life, that you know without a shadow of a doubt that this person is not going to carry your information away.
Yeah. But what I always tell them, and that people who know me, I never remember anything. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. So if you tell me a secret, trust me, it's gonna be a secret. And if you try to remind me of the secret, I'm not gonna remember. So you're gonna have to tell me the secret again for me to keep it a secret again. But anyway.
So why do you need so much detail if you don't remember? Because you like a detailed story. Anything.
Yes, I love details.
Yeah, but if you don't remember it, what's the point of telling the details?
Because in that moment, I feel like it's giving me life. The details.
Duly noted.
But speaking of details, so there are things about your friends that you like, you might not like, and your friend may have on something that they shouldn't have on, but you're like, girl, you look good, and good when they don't look good. And so talking about their flaws, and not necessarily physically, that was just the first example I had because I was thinking about a person that I saw the other day at Walmart, and I was thinking that girl is not her friend. But anyway, so as far as flaws, like how do you handle that in a friendship? How do you bring that to someone's attention? Do you say anything? Do you just let them be? Like, what do you think about that?
Tanika, I'll let you.
Okay, because we had this conversation at the table, so I am very nurturing and I'm thinking about your emotions, so I'm going to tell you easy. Can I speak for you?
You can.
Raina is going to give it to you like straight.
No chaser.
And so I think that the person who's receiving that feedback needs to be prepared. If you know your friends, you know they're going to deliver it a certain way so that you're not wounded or hurt.
Yeah.
And if you are hurt, we'll help you through the hurt. Yeah.
Well, if Raina is telling me something, I don't even think she even cares about the hurt because she's just like, this is what it is, deal with it, fix it, whatever. I told you, let's move on. What you want to eat? You know, things like that.
But I don't think that's true. I think you also need to know what your friendship is with that person to know what they can handle or how they. You know your friend well enough to know how to deliver whatever message you're trying to send, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. But I don't know why she's putting it all on me. You tell I don't like that on you. You're wearing that. You do that just as much as I do. So yes.
No, because that time when we were going out and I had on my little cute dress, because you know I like wearing dresses. This girl gonna tell me I look like I was going to church. And I'm trying to go out, you know, meet my husband. And she said, but you know what, now that I think about that, wouldn't your husband want you to look like you know, at least, you know, got some class about you, that you go to church or whatever the case may be. But anyway, I digress.
But a dress doesn't necessarily signify class. I can go out in this and still be class. I mean,
well, that's true.
Okay.
You're missing the point. What I'm saying is you told me that I had on a dress.
Did not.
Yes, you did.
It was all in good spirit
Well,
and good intention.
this is actually a great segue into friendships and double standards. So,
Yes.
we're gonna start with Tanika first because you know we're gonna give Rain a little break.
So double standards. Oh my gosh.
But as far as what though?
Double standard, like, okay, I'm just using myself as an example. This doesn't mean that it's true. Like when I want something done to like help to support me in, let's say, eating, because I don't cook. Me in the kitchen, we're not friends. I was not blessed with that gift. And so I feel like if I'm hungry, especially when I go visit Raina, like when I wake up, can I get some breakfast? Like, come on now. But see, when she visits me, she not on cook, so we have to like go out. So the double standard, I guess, as an example, I'm not saying this is a real life thing.
Real life.
I want her to cook, but when she comes to my house, we gotta go out and eat because I don't cook. So that's my example. Double standard.
Take it away, Tanika.
Ooh, double standards.
Yeah.
Well, I think it comes back to knowing your friend and you know having realistic expectations of them. You know, so
Yeah.
Well, and that scenario was real life because she comes to my house and thinks she's a guest, and I keep trying to tell her you are no longer a guest. If you want breakfast, there's not a lot of times, but there's food in the refrigerator. If you want to eat, fix it yourself. You know, but she does that. She'll say, well, I can't believe you didn't cook breakfast this morning. Well, when I come to your house, you don't cook. So again, that's a perfect example because that is a double standard that we tend to experience quite often. She still hasn't learned yet, though.
Yeah. You know, when you said you like the double standard thing was kind of hard, what maybe I should say more like give and take, like the whole give and take thing with friendships. Like you give, take. Like, is that really something that's 50-50?
No.
You know, people often say, you know, a relationship is 50-50, but you know, sometimes somebody has to contribute more in order for the relationship to take its course. So what do you think about that?
I'll say I think sometimes it depends on people's personality. I think my personality, I'm a giver, and sometimes to the extent where I feel used sometimes, and I think that's more something within myself. But I do think that you in friendships you are going to have one that gives more than the other, and I think it's just you have to be mature enough in your friendship to kind of get that. And again, it just goes back to that you either need to decide to stay or go, or decide if it's toxic to you that you feel like you're always the one giving. So, and I just think, but it's natural in friendships, relationships that, like you said, one's going to always give more than the other, but you have to be comfortable in your position in a relationship, I guess.
Yeah. A good example that I can think of is a person who's going through something and they will rely on their friend to be there for them, but then when the tables turn, the person might not be there. So I have talked with people who have experienced that. So I think that's something that needs to be worked on or, considered, because just as much as you're there for somebody, you want that person to be there for you. But then sometimes it's not like that. It's not always like that. So it's about what you're willing to deal with.
Yeah. And I'm so glad that you ladies think of me as a giver in our relationships, which has allowed it to sustain. Anyway, so speaking of friendships and sustaining and things like that, earlier in the show, I think I mentioned, but I'm gonna mention it now if I hadn't, that it took me a lot to get to this point, and there were so many times that I just gave up. And actually, I was gonna throw in the towel last week regarding this show, but of course, my friends, they encouraged me, and sometimes you think that life is supposed to go a certain way for you, like you're supposed to take these different steps. I've been to New York, I've gone on auditions, been part of showcases, I've even given my headshot and resume directly to a well-renowned actor. And what he told me, he said, if you're not in New York or LA, I can't do anything with you. So that really crushed my spirit. So, but, I had to this thing of, doing a talk show or just sharing myself with the world in the sense that, I'm encouraging, inspiring, just never left me. And so I say all that to say that, if there's anything that you feel like you need to be doing, just make sure you have a great support system like my sisters, Raina and Tanika, and just know that no matter what, that you can carry on, that you can still get up and move on. And so this brings me to the next part of the show that I want you guys to really look at. I hope you enjoy it. It's very inspiring, and it's also a dance that's performed by Corvalandis Porter. It's called You Can Get Up. He's actually my pastor, and no, I'm not promoting his CD. I'm just putting it out there because it's a song that really inspired my life. And so take a look, and I hope you enjoy it.
Thinking about where and what you've been through, the good, the bad, and everything that's happened to you. Now is not the time to quit. You can handle it, and you can move on from here. Life has a way of trying to break us down. Situations seem like they won't turn around. Now is not the time to quit. You can handle it, and you can move on from here. You can get up. You can get up from this. You can get up. You can get up from this. No matter how long it seems, you are destined. You are destined to win. You can get up. You can get up from this. Feeling like things are not going to change. Admitting that you're tired from the storm and rain. Now is not the time to quit. what you've been through, you are getting ready to get up because you have what it takes. You were designed by God to be able to get up out of every situation. I want you to look within yourself and say, you know what? I am getting ready to get up. My situation just turned around. But here's the word for you.
The word for you today is God's gonna make a way. You can get up. You can get up from this.
I had a great time on the show today, having my sisters on the show, Tanika and Raina, for just being on this journey with me from the beginning to this beginning. And I just hope that you enjoyed the show. Our topic about friends, friendships as a relationship, confidentiality, toxic friendships, all those things I think are important topics that I felt that we should have discussed on today to hopefully get you to thinking about your friendships. And so if you have any comments, any suggestions, anything that you want Yaya to bring to the world of Yapping with Yaya, I aim to please all of my Yapanians. And so you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, #Yapping with Yaya. And I guess I will talk with you guys later.